and inspirational vision. I was assigned to De La Salle Sobel in 2008, and I was challenged by the situation leading a school that has a really big potential for growth. I didn't know what the future held for the students actually. But on my second year, I was moved by a quotation that went, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. In my experience of the one-to-one mobile learning program of De La Salle Sobel, we use this quote to inspire our teachers, administrators, students, and parents that our vision is to produce students who will contribute to nation building. We will not wait for the future to happen. We will make the kind of future we want to happen. Ordering, which stability hates very much. I always challenge myself and my team to ask ourselves, why are we doing this? And what are we doing and why do we keep on doing them? Last year, we celebrated the 25th anniversary of the founding of De La Salle College of St. Benil. And on that same year, I challenged our curriculum, instruction, and technology teams in CSB to ask ourselves, why is it that even after 25 years, our classroom setup, they still look the same as 25 years ago. And the same with armchairs, teachers' tables, and blackboards, of course with the exception of the LCD projector in each room. And also, why are the students not encouraged to use their mobile devices as part of their learning tools in the classroom? And so in CSB, in the more recent history, what we found effective was for the academic administrators and curriculum developers and IT support team to work together as a team to develop a teaching and learning culture heavily infused with technology. I would refer to this as ecosystem, but I like it because it's an ecosystem of technology, where it is actually a culture of teaching and learning, not just devices, but a culture of learning and teaching, where technology is, in all its possible, useful, and effective forms, are integrated. With CSB's breakthrough goal of becoming a more inclusive educational institution, for example, it continues to explore technologies that will further support the learning needs of persons with disabilities, especially the deaf and the students with other learning difficulties. Our goal is to create an environment where that enables PWDs and students with learning difficulties not only to survive college, but actually to even excel. So to recite the alphabets, A, B, C. So this is, maybe if you were to bring home something, it would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, for you to remember what I will share with you today. Letter A, the most important thing for me would be the administrators. I am glad that the administrators of my former school and the present school are here also. I didn't know that they were here, so I'm sure they're cringing at their feet knowing that I'm going to talk about them. The strategy that we used in order to make the school administrators buy in was to include them in crafting the program and policies of mobile learning program. We also loaned them the mobile devices and trained how to use them. Because for me, the administrators are the tipping points. If they're not using it, it's not going to happen. Letter B, broadband. And Globe has lots of this. Without fast internet connection, the mobile learning program is more difficult to implement, as mentioned by Ernest. The La Salle schools in Manila are lucky because we have a one La Salle philosophy where we are able to band together to seek lower prices for broadband connections to our schools. This might not be the price that we will be given, but at least for me, I was so happy to see that at 10,000 to 15,000 per Mbps before, as a team, we were able to get it at 1,800 to 2,500 per Mbps. Letter C, curriculum. One misimpression of the parents and even teachers regarding one-to-one mobile learning program implementation is that curriculum needs to be changed, totally changed. We had to assure them that it doesn't have to be that way. We showed them that mobile learning program enhances the curriculum and widens the array of teaching strategies that can be used in the classroom. I'm very happy to see that before, teachers who were just normal teachers in the class are now ebook authors just because they can prepare their books digitally, and secondly, they have become resources to others, teachers too. Letter D, the devices. I think this is very important too. So if there is one thing that you should remember in my presentation, although I wish you'd remember all the points, is this: prudent foolishness. What do I mean by that? Each day, think about doing things differently or better, but be prudent in the application of your idea. In my experience, in the consultation period before the first year of implementation of the mobile learning program in De La Salle Subel, we were challenged by the parents' question: what brand of mobile device should we use? These mobile devices, itatago na lang natin sila sa pangalang Mario at Juan, because I cannot mention them. I told them, prudent foolishness to me was to say, oh yes, you can bring the two computing devices, Mario at Juan. Foolishness because it is actually harder to manage mobile learning program when you have too many devices. And so I guess prudent because I knew that many Zobel parents were using one type of device. So I guess I was right. During our pilot implementation, we only had 8 devices by Mario, and while the rest of the students brought Juans. By the following year, the Parents Association officers decided to help the school in convincing parents themselves to just bring one device to school. Letter E, energy. There was a considerable savings in electric power consumption in school when we were using tablets and notebooks. In a 2012 news feature of HuffingtonPost.com, it was reported that the annual cost to charge a popular mobile tablet device is around 60 pesos a year. Not bad if you compare it with a desktop PC that costs 1,267 pesos to charge annually. Letter F, finance, and this was mentioned also by Ernest. The one-to-one mobile learning device initiative does need a big investment. In De La Salle Subel and in CSB, the schools have started lending mobile learning devices to some of our teachers and to the student scholars. In the end, we believe that the investment we made was worth every cent. Letter G, and these are for the holy ones here. Grace. All of us are. In all of this, it is important that we can only do as much, and God's grace has to come in. You wouldn't hear this often in a technology launch or seminar, but God's grace does play an important role in the success of any human endeavor. So constantly pray that you will have the courage to take these bold steps, this prudent foolishness. For in the end, when your heart is pure, when it is not about making money, when your desire is to give the best educational experience to your students, then God will bestow on you all the graces you will need to succeed in your ministry and in your program. In order to succeed, we need to develop mutually beneficial partnerships with industry leaders who are willing to share their resources and technologies that aid teaching and learning. The first question I asked myself today was, why is Globe doing this? It is not connected to a phone at all. And I'm not here to get an iPhone 6 anyways. So I'm a Globe subscriber anyway. But I am just like all of you, excited to know more about how Globe plans to collaborate with each of us in inventing the future that we want for our children and for our students. Good afternoon.